Hi, I'm Steve Mignonti doing the Junkyard Crawl at Backyard Auto in Milford, New Hampshire with a 1980 Plymouth Road Runner. I like to say what a sad little end to it all. After 12 years of production Road Runners from 68 through 80, this is how it ended. I mean, not a bad car. The F-body, the Road Runner platform came along in 1976. Transverse leaf springs up front, a compact car for the time, replacing the Dart, Valiant, Family, Duster, etc. So what we have here is, a Road Runner, but a really rare car. Only 496 of these things were built in 1980. The vast majority of them with this, the 318. The 360 was abandoned after 1979, so the 318 or the Slant 6 was the engine you'd found in a Road Runner. Now, things that this would have when it was original would have been hood pins. And right there is one of the holes for the pin. It was a standard feature on the Road Runner in 1980. The grille blackout here, the perimeter is blacked out, Road Runner stuff. And of course the mandatory beep beep horn right there, still in effect right there, the beep beep horn. And if we look at that, we can see it's actually kind of a weird thing because there's no trumpet on that. It's basically, it's almost like a Jeep horn made by Spartan. But again, this thing goes beep, and it's allowed to resonate because the mount on this thing is not rigid. So it allows it to sort of resonate and vibrate to emulate the sound of the beep beep. So crazy but true, from 68 through 80, every Road Runner ever made had the beep beep horn. It was, I think they were black at this point, not purple anymore. I don't think. That's black paint on that thing. So I guess they decontented that, so it's black, but it still does the beep beep trick. Now, these cars were not VINed as Road Runners, RM21, 23 after 1975. It became an option code. It was A57. So basically, you find out on the trim tag. Trim tag's gone, but the A57 would be the option code for the Road Runner. And this is the 318 with 140 horsepower, that thing right there. 2-barrel carburetor, electronic ignition. This thing was air conditioned, I think. The equipment's gone, no problem with that. It does have ram air, crazy but true. What I mean by that is this little thing right here feeds air from behind the bumper. It's ossified, but there's a scoop thing. Even has a bell mouth, like a Hillborn fuel injection unit, right? That's got a bell mouth to straighten the airflow. Crazy-ish, I guess, but true. And the air would go from that into this duct here, and then from that to a flexible tube to the end of the air cleaner, which is now gone. This car was white, a very unusual color. White on the Spinnaker white, I think this was called. White exterior. It's been painted, but again, originally it was white. You can see on the radiator support, the firewall. It was a white car. The graphics are nice. These are available in reproduction, but these are, I think, I'm not sure what year, but they're correct for a Road Runner for sure. And we still see the Warner Brothers 7 Art logo in that right, the dust right there. It's a mandatory thing. $50,000 well spent by Plymouth back in '68 for the rights to use the Road Runner name and likeness to the little bird. And there it is, the beep beep guy still in effect, and the Road Runner graphic right there. And the 70s were a time, they call them sticker supercars. when power was kind of outlawed by, legislated out of existence, they made up for with graphics. Trans Am has the Firebird, the Phoenix Rising on the hood. Plymouth went there with this as well. This was a bucket seat car and a column shifted automatic, the 904 torque flight. With the 318, you don't need a 727 because the 904 is going to live just fine, but behind the 318s, maybe 170 foot-pounds of torque, something like that. There's a tail shafted thing. The floor is gone. 100 mile an hour speedometer, no gauges, nothing, like just idiot lights. Kind of a neat little, remnants of how things used to be. And it does still have the VIN on the door, the sticker here. Strangely, these things you delaminate and fall off, but there it is right there, still present. Kind of delaminating a little bit, but you can see it's just a regular Volare VIN again. A57 would be the code for the Road Runner option, only seen on the trim tag, which is gone, not seen on this at all. And again, the quarter panel's long gone, crispy and crunchy. And the rear axle on this thing is a 7 1/4, a little tiny grenade seen in Slant 6 cars. And again, that 318 is not going to hurt that. It's a Salisbury axle with removable inspection cover. And not a, it's a robust axle for going a long distance. This probably has a 290 gear, 294, maybe 276, even 245 was a possibility in these things for the economy, because these things were not about performance, it was about fuel economy. But with that said, they still had a sporty look. They had a fiberglass trunk spoiler. Here's the remnant of it here on the quarter panel right here. And you can see it went across the back of the deck lid here. And of course the nasty imported impact absorbing shocks right here. These things right here would telescope in And theoretically, the bumper would protrude back to its normal position within 24 hours. That was a mandate, and they worked, I guess, but kind of a goofy idea that two cars are going to hit exactly bumper to bumper and allow those things to work. Never happens in the real world, but again, that's what you got in standard equipment mandated by the Fed. And so the bumper would be able to go in and come back. These panels here are made of urethane. They're soft and pliable, and here's the white plastic, which is color matched to the white paint the car used to be way back when. But again, little things like that to appease the Fed. You can see it's fractured here, dry. This stuff is not available reproduction. I'm sure there's new old stock of this stuff floating around in the world as Plymouth and Dodge dealerships folded. Their inventory would get bought up by people who'd sell it to restorers. And people do care about these cars. I think they're okay. I kind of like this form right here, little side, the B window. And it doesn't roll up or vent or anything. It's there to look in and look out of. And it is tinted because it's an AC. It was an AC car, I think. No, maybe it wasn't, but anyway, a nice little car with a white interior, white headliner, white seats. Must have been a pretty attractive car when it was brand new. All white. It was a white car, Spinnaker white, not black. So must have been a nice car in its day. But again, very rare car. Again, only 496 of these things were built in the Road Runner's final year. So a 12-year run of beepers going down the road. And I say, what a saddle to end to it all right here in the junkyard, Milford, New Hampshire at Backyard Auto. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the C-Mags YouTube channel. And by the way, Happy New Year's. We're shooting this on January 1st, 2026. So we're here in the snow making videos like this so you can stay at home and stay warm and enjoy our videos. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the C-Mags YouTube channel. And we'll see you tomorrow for more Junkyard Crawl. Thank you for watching.